Stephen, just 2 games to go now before the winter break. What's the thinking going into the 2 games over the Christmas period?
Try and win them both. Nothing changes here. I think first and foremost we need to focus on Kilmarnock. On the back of a fantastic result, Hibs away on a Friday night, so we're in a good place. Players are performing really well, so the 2 games that we're really looking forward to, but all our attention's on Kilmarnock for now.
What do you expect from them, given that they've had the change with the departure of Angelo Alexio?
Well, I think you try and put yourself in the Kilmarnock camp, if you like, and wonder what type of reaction or what they might change or alter, and I predict that they might go back to the style that got them a lot of success under Steve Clarke. Obviously the caretaker manager knows him very well, works with him at Scotland, so you'd assume they might go back to that style, and for us that style deserves respect because it's a very organised shape, difficult to play against, and they've got some good players on the counter-attack, so but who knows, we might be surprised.
You're talking about making sure you focus on this game. How key is that? Because a lot of people are talking about the Celtic game, but is it easy just to keep focused on this next game?
It is for me, and it should be for the players, because Kilmarnock's a very important game. I think it's only normal when you've got an Old Firm on the horizon that other people want to try and make headlines and mischief for both sides. That's pretty normal, but I don't think you'll see any of the players or myself or my staff wondering anywhere but Kilmarnock.
Have you got a good choice to make between whether Jermaine keeps his place or whether Alfredo Morelos comes back in?
Yeah, fantastic choice, yeah.
How difficult will it be, do you think?
Be easy.
Do you want to tell us who it's going to be?
No, not yet. I'll tell you just before kick-off.
When you look at the start 11 in the last few weeks, there's also been a real consistency. Most of the changes have only really been because of injury. It's been a bit of a change from last season where there was a lot more tinkering. Is that something that you've maybe learned as you become more experienced as a coach?
No, I think players are getting rewarded at the moment for the performances, and the players this season have been more robust, touch wood. We haven't had as many niggles or injuries or suspensions like last year, so I think behaving better on the pitch and recovering better from games, and maybe a little bit more professionalism around the place, is the players are recovering really well, and if they perform well and they recover well, there's no reason to make any changes.
In terms of team selection, has that made your job a bit easier this season?
I think in terms of team selection, maybe yes, but not in terms of maybe keeping people happy who are around that or struggling to get into the squad. That's been a bit of a challenge. As I've said, the squad's a bit big at the moment, and the idea through January will be to trim the squad, so it's the numbers are a little bit lower.
Stephen, there's been a lot of talk over the weekend about the fan behaviour from the Hibs match. In the main, we've seen at Hearts, they've closed parts of their stadium at times to deter this sort of fan behaviour. Where do you sit on that sort of debate?
Well, I think only actions from the clubs will help or stop it in the long run. We can't just all talk about it in the media. There's got to be serious actions taken. They need to be identified, the individuals, because I do believe it's a minority, and they need to be identified and punished, but punished heavily, so it stops other people trying to do it in the future.
You say because it is that minority, but it just takes that one thing. That you look at the Bonavara thing, that could have been serious consequences for following stupid mistake.
Yeah, I mean it's a crazy decision. To throw a glass bottle onto a football pitch is a crazy. The damage you could do with that is unthinkable, if you like. So it's very disappointing to see that. But I'm sure Hibs will deal with it. As I said after the game, it's something for Jack Ross and Hibs as a club to deal with rather than us. And we again will just send a message to our own supporters to make sure that they continue to behave in the right way.
It's like something for the dark ages and stuff. It's like something that we thought we'd eradicated from the game, but has been hard to keep back in. Do you think like that since last season, because they perhaps haven't been dealt with effectively enough, as sort of sending that message that it's okay to do that sort of thing?
Yeah, I think if the punishment's not severe enough, people will continue to make bad decisions from the terraces. So there needs to be an example set, a severe one, and then it'll make people think, I believe, and things will improve. But it does seem as if we're going backwards rather than forwards. it goes quiet for a little while, and you think, oh, people are listening, and you know, us as managers and players will continue to say the right things, the right messages, but fans need to take responsibility for their own actions when they go to the game. They need to go and watch the football rather than misbehave.
Steve, just to reflect on Friday night's one, I mean, this was us, people talked about the sort of fixture through December was a big challenge for you guys, but in terms of your away performances, 45 minutes against Aberdeen, they've won it for hard to win it on Friday night. You must be really happy with the way that the boys in large parts have sort of coped with the pressure of going to these sort of tough away venues.
Well, our away form's fantastic at the moment, really strong. Been really pleased with the getting back to getting clean sheets. I think that's the key, being really strong and organised defensively, because I always believe we've got players within our squad that are very dangerous, that can create and score, as you've seen on Friday night. So we're in a good place. We haven't played at home that much over the block, so really looking forward to getting back at home in front of the Ibrox fans, and hopefully they can create some noise for us and we can come out the blocks just like we did on Friday night. But it was that intensity and the tempo we played at. Very difficult team to play against when we hit them standards.
How's the squad looking?
Really good. No problems from Friday. Stephen Davis is back in full training today. Alfredo's available, and Jordan Jones has got some more sessions under his belt as well. So if Jordan trains well this week, he could be knocking on the door as well.
Stephen, is he available then for the weekend?
If this is his first session back with the team, but if he comes through the next few days, he'll be available, yeah.
Stephen, do you start looking at what happened last season and maybe learning to do stuff differently going into the winter break and what you want to achieve, and who you bring in the new players and the all?
I think I'm always trying to learn and improve and strive to get better from a personal point of view, and of course with experience. If you have made mistakes, you tend to learn from them as quick as you can. But we hope to deal with coming back after the winter break better. Hopefully the weather had an effect on it last year with us not having a game going into the first league game, but we've prepared for that slightly different this year. So on our warm weather break we will play a game, just in case there's any weather situations with the Stranraer game. So hopefully when we go back to league form we'll be in a better place.
Can I just ask you, Martin Peters passed away over the weekend, as a former England captain yourself. Do you want to pay tribute to what he means to English football?
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend of the game. I think there'll be all kinds of accolades coming his way. I've seen, it was obviously before my time, but you see all the footage growing up as an England fan, how good he was, how steady of a player he was, the amount of caps and the success he had throughout his career. So yeah, I would like to pay my respects.
Brian, for you, how's the players' mindset going into these last two crucial games of the year?
Yeah, I think we just want to finish as strong as we can, which is obviously 2 wins. Thursday will be a tough game, but as the gaffer says, we're in good form and we go into it in a positive mind frame.
As a player, when you're putting these performances and these run of results together, you must just can't wait for the next game to come around. You know, these sort of midweek and then weekend games, you must thrive for it.
Yeah, that's been a good thing this season. I think we've had so many games, so it's kind of you play, you recover. If it's a good result or a bad result, you get a chance to go again so quickly. So the boys are looking forward to it, and we hope it's a good day for us.
I think what's been encouraging for you is the fact you've had Stephen Davis, who's been such a big player for the team this season, go out his side, and then sort of Scott Arfield's come back in that sort of middle section, and doesn't seem to sort of miss a beat. The team sort of able to continue on the same sort of momentum.
Yeah, Davo's been excellent since the start of the season. His form's been excellent. He's been playing very well. It's been great to play alongside him, and that's why the staff build the squad, because as soon as maybe we do get an injury or we do get a suspension, someone's going to need to come in and step into that role. So we've built a good squad here, and as soon as someone gets injured or misses a game, then we've got players that will come in and do equally as good a job.
I feel like Scott Arfield sort of getting back to the sort of his best levels that he showed at the time last season.
Yeah, Scotty's been excellent. He's been great about the place, and I'm sure he's just striving to get better every day and every game. And I think the last few games he's probably been our best player.
Is it that sort of competitiveness for places in the sort of middle of the park? Is that driving you at your own standards on?
Yeah, I think it's not just myself. I think it's the whole squad. I think every day in training, the manager makes it competitive, and boys always want to win in training. And thankfully we take that into games, and it's just all about mentality, and I'm sure if we keep that going, we'll do all right.
Let's go back to Friday night and the instance with the crowd and the objects coming on. I mean, how intimidating is that as a player? If you know you're going over towards touchline and there's things sort of coming, whizzing past your head.
Yeah, it's not great to see. Obviously, it's disappointing. There's no room in the game for that, and but as players, you've got the referee there, and he's obviously got to deal with it and sort of control it, if you like. So, as players, we've just got to kind of get on with the game and stay focused.
Is it easy to walk out though when you get these sort of objects like black balls come flying?
It's obviously difficult. You don't want to see it, as I said. You don't want to see that as a player. You don't want to be going over to take a throw in whatever, and there's coins or lighters or whatever it may be coming towards you. But as I say, there's no room in the game for it, and hopefully we cut it out.
Does it get worse, do you think?
Possibly, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I don't obviously see every game in the league, and I'm not at every game in the league, so I don't know, to be honest. But Friday night, as I said before, there's no room for that.
Brian, how do you sum up your 2019?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been exciting. Obviously, it's there's still a lot more to come, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Do you feel you've taken your game to a new level?
Yeah, I've tried. I've tried to just over the close season last season, I just tried to work as hard as I could, get myself ready for pre-season, and I knew the games would be coming thick and fast. So it's, as I've said before, it's just like you get no time to really actually take it in and think about it too much, because it's just game recover. So no, I've been pleased with my form, and hopefully I can keep that going.
What do you feel you need to do then, or do you feel it's just staying consistent and continue doing what you're doing?
Yeah, it's just all about doing what you believe in every day, and I try and do my best in training every day. I try and work as hard as I can every day, and I feel if I keep that mentality, then I'll take that into every game with me.
How big a 2020 could it be both club and country?
Yeah, it could be huge. There's a lot for us to look forward to, and there's a lot for us to hopefully go and achieve. So it could be a massive year, and that's what I'm aiming for.